It's Dr. Hall again. Today's video is going to focus on bad habits. We've been focusing a lot on how to create good habits, but today we're really going to focus on breaking a bad habit, specifically the bad habit of glucose or sugar. Now, most of you know, but some of you don't, that glucose or sugar is essentially in just about any processed food. People think that when they eat bread or pasta that they're not eating sugar. It is sugar. It is glucose. It breaks down into glucose, and glucose is the problem. Glucose is extremely addictive. In fact, studies show that glucose and high fructose corn syrup are 8 times more addictive than heroin and cocaine. We know that when people ingest sugar and high fructose corn syrup or very complex carbohydrates that break down into glucose, like pasta and bread and cereals and other grains, that it can spike your glucose, which then spikes your dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is extremely addictive. And anytime someone is initially exposed to glucose, the first time they have this huge dopamine spike. Later, what's interesting is that the dopamine spike occurs before they ever have the sugar. That it's the craving of it that creates the dopamine spike, which then has them finishing out and trying to get this glucose or the sugar. So this addictive behavior is something that we want to have stop. So I want to talk about how sugar or glucose, and remember, when I'm saying sugar or glucose, I'm talking bread, pasta, complex carbohydrates, grains, sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Any of those things are not good for you. Sugar does nothing for you. When you think of giving up sugar, I want you to think like James Clear says, you're not really giving up anything, right? It'd be like saying you're giving up Russian roulette. Sugar is deadly. Let me tell you what sugar does to your body. Sugar elevates glucose. Sugar causes diabetes. It causes inflammation. It causes you to secrete insulin. Insulin causes inflammation. Insulin causes you to store fat. Glucose causes cancer. 26 receptors on a cell for glucose, if in fact it's a cancer cell. There's only 2 receptors on a normal cell for glucose, but 26 on a cancer cell. Glucose causes weight gain. It causes depression. It causes anxiety. It causes insomnia. It causes fatigue. You are not giving up anything. Sugar is terrible for you. If you want a high quality life, stop eating sugar.